Hey, my name is Chad. On this channel we like to make stuff, and today is a really big day because we are getting bees. Now last summer I applied for the Virginia Department of Agricultural grant for new beekeepers, and well, I won. I wasn't expecting to win. I'd never even wanted to be a beekeeper, but I applied for the heck of it, and well, lo and behold, here they sent me 3 brand new beehives. Here I've only got 2. I'm only going to run 2 this first year, and then next year we'll see about expanding into that 3rd and maybe a 4th. But here, this is what I received from Dadant. It's a beekeeping supply company. They supply everything from these to bees. Sounds like a good hook, right? But anyway, basically what it is are some pine boxes. You get them as a kit. I assembled them in the past few months, and I painted them. I got these really funky colors from the Lowe's mismatch paint department, so I got them for $7 a quart. I can paint lots of beehives with just a quart, so figured I'd go with crazy colors, because why not? Doesn't that just look like fun? And it is the Easter season. They kind of look like Easter egg colors, right? Each beehive kit is a base, 2 brood boxes, a lid, and then it's got the top. Oh, I forget what that's called already, but it's got a top lid with a little access hole where you can put bee food. Inside of each brood box are, oh, we're already sticking together. There we go. 10 frames with a base, a honeycomb base, and it's kind of honey tinted, so the bees are attracted to it. They'll build their combs off of that, and then from there they'll lay their eggs, store their food, and create honey with the nectar that they collect. And here, up the lane here, with the house at the end, we've got a plan for a pumpkin patch. Pumpkins are supposed to be going in mid to late May, even June. So I got pumpkins going in here, and I got melons going up there, surrounded by the whole thing. We're going to test out the 3D deer exclusion fence, which is an electric fence that is 3-dimensional, so it's got depth with the outside line here, and it's got 2 more lines here, which is going to make it more difficult for them to get through, because a deer evidently will not jump over anything that it can't stand next to. So you got the first line here, which is about 2 feet out from the double line here, and if they get zapped by that, hopefully it'll teach them a lesson that they're not welcome here, and then they can't even get over that to stand next to the taller fence, which they'd have to jump or go through. So I'm here a little early, waiting for the delivery of my bees from a guy named Greg. A couple months back I went to a beekeepers convention, because why not? I gotta learn the craft somehow, so I figured I'd immerse myself. So he's bringing me 2 colonies of bees. One of those colonies I happened to win as a door prize. That was quite a nice surprise there. And then the other colony I'm purchasing that with the proceeds that I'm getting from Patreon. And if you want to help support projects like this and other projects going on here at Shady Acres, then please do go consider watching my Patreon channel, where you can get up to date behind the scenes look at what's going on. Currently I'm publishing about 6 months behind, because, well, editing takes a little while for me, and footage just keeps getting backed up, and the projects just don't stop here. So yeah, do that favor for me and go subscribe to Patreon, and you can really be a part of what's going on out here. By the way, anybody who is a subscriber on Patreon is going to enjoy free honey when I get to that point in the whole learning journey. And here he is. Hi, Greg. Sure am. How you doing? How's the drive?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So here we are.
Here we are. I'm, yeah, I think we're beating the weather.
Yeah, no kidding.
And so to jumpstart them for you, so I brought 10 empty, but they're already drawn out.
Okay.
So, which is for them, this is the hardest thing to get them through the first year, is getting wax in these frames.
Right.
So my suggestion would be we put the 5 with the bees in them.
Okay.
We'll put 5 in the middle, and then 2 and 3 of these on the outside,
Right.
and because then they'll move right out into these.
Okay.
And so then a couple weeks from now, as they start to fill all of this, then you can move them up into a second box.
Okay.
And then what I would do is I would move at least 2 or 3 of these frames that they're already using up into the second box, and then start slowly filling your empty frames in.
Okay.
Because they're going to need a lot of time and energy to fill wax into those.
Gotcha.
Is this making sense? And so again, I would ignore the fact that their sizes are different. What they're going to do is try and build comb off the bottom, and especially to lay drones in it, but just cut it away, you know, eventually. It doesn't matter. It won't hurt anything. So that's what. Why don't you throw some of these in that? Do the same thing over here.
Okay.
So you see how much wax they've already built on this and this. This, you know, for them that's a lot of time. And then this is all pollen that they've stored. These are all left over from last summer, I guess.
Free food.
But yeah, this is gold for them because that'll get her laying babies fast.
Okay.
Having that pollen there. I always put something over my face.
Yep.
Especially when you first. These ones will probably be fine. They're probably not awake yet. But you know, when you pop the lid, the first thing they're going to do is shoot you right in the nose before you even have a chance to react.
Okay.
And I don't mind getting stung a lot, but I don't like getting stung in the face.
Okay.
It's extremely unpleasant.
So gloves are also recommended?
The gloves are probably fine for, yeah, this is probably a good idea for now.
Hello.
So this one is, I have them all named girls' names. So this one's Penny.
Okay. I'll keep it.
And because I have mine basically in a big U shape set up, and so alphabetically, Anne,
Gotcha.
Becky, Carrie, because that way I can keep track of them, A, B, C, D, you know, around. And so this one is Penny, and this is I marked her. She's a new queen, and she I couldn't tell. She's still very small, so I'm not sure if she's actually mated yet or not. If she isn't laying a week from now, call me, and we'll make other arrangements. But I'm pretty sure she is laying, or would be laying soon. So what you see there, the brood that's capped, is all stuff that I put in here to make sure they had enough bees to get along.
Okay.
See all that in the arc there. So we'll see her somewhere here with a, she has a green dot on her back. And she's probably in the center frame. They usually still keep her in the middle.
Okay, now these parts that are puffed out here.
That's drones.
Okay.
Because the drones get bigger, right? So they
Yep.
take a little bit more room, so they'll make a bigger cell. And you see how even these cells are bigger and how they've sort of extended them down out of the frame? That's because they're just looking to make enough room to make drones. And they'll do that a lot. And the same thing on this side, that there's a few drones here at the bottom.
Okay.
And then this is all just regular worker bee brood here. That's already been capped. So this is all old stuff from the senior queen. but they'll all come out and recognize her as the.
Boss.
And I pulled all these from the same hive, so they're all from the same, including this new queen. They're all from the same gene pool. So there won't be any objections or discussions amongst them. Same thing here. And mostly looking for.
I'm not seeing it.
Queen here, show you. Here she is.
Okay.
Yeah, she's already a little bit longer, sort of a slightly different, pointier shape to her back end than the rest of them, and she moves differently.
Gotcha. So green is this year, or
Green is this year. So yeah, she was just born this month, March.
okay? She's a youngin'.
Which means once she gets up and running, then she'll be good to go for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably the
And they can
queen.
live.
This is the queen cell that she came out of.
Okay.
See, it's torn open at the bottom.
Yeah.
But see how it hangs down like that as a long point? It looks sort of like a peanut with the texture to it.
And they can live as long as like 5 years, right?
They can. Mine tend to replace themselves almost every summer. They tend to be. It just depends. I never I seldom actively replace queens, but they tend to want to replace them themselves. So this is a little bit of honey.
Yeah.
But again, you see all this beautifully drawn out comb. Because this is the other concern, is as she starts laying, if there's no room for her to lay, then it stifles the population buildup. Which is, again, the only thing that's going to get you through this coming winter will be if you have lots of bees. And the best way to have lots of bees is to have plenty of drawn out wax so that she can lay and food. This is enough for them to get started for a little while. This is, a good frame of honey. You might want to make some sugar syrup or something to feed them.
Okay. And I got some feeders at the convention too.
Oh, good. I didn't know what you had then as far as all of that. And if they've already started using this one, this is the other thing you can always do, is sort of encourage them to spread out, is to just, put the empty one in between a little bit. They tend to keep the brood ones together and in the middle because that's how they're going to regulate temperature. It's huge to them, especially this time of year, is the temperature regulating for the babies. So they'll want to be able to keep all the brood together. Otherwise they get too cold and they die.
What's your value in putting the dates on the
So
frames?
I try and cycle out, I'm not super efficient about it, but I try and cycle out the old wax. You saw how some of them are dark? So I try and cycle them out every 5 years or so. And so mostly this is a way of keeping track of how old they are.
Okay.
As opposed to putting my name on them or whatever, I tend to do that so I know how old they are.
Gotcha.
Because what happens is as they're using it, you saw some of them were already dark. So as they're using them, especially for raising babies, the wax will get darker and darker because it's basically absorbing pollutants, absorbing dirt, absorbing toxins in their environment, are being held in the wax.
Okay.
And so as it gets really black, then it's like having your liver, that's absorbing all of those toxins out of your system. It's the same idea. And so if you cycle them back out and give them fresh wax every few years, it helps keep everything healthy.
All right.
Do you have inner covers, or it's underneath there? Huh?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. So here, I'll let you pull these.
All right. All right, friends. Move.
And so this one has last summer's queen. She'll have a red dot on her, and you'll see she's a lot bigger than the green one you just saw. And this one's name is Nancy.
Nancy and Penny.
And Penny. And she won't be on the outside edge, but that's probably got a lot of honey in there, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it looks.
You feel the head weight of it?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's honey. And actually, that one then might be a good one to put out here in between. Let's put it right here so there's one in between. Because that'll get them to spread out as they come over to the side looking for the honey. Then they'll have to walk across this one and start using it.
Move, guys. Don't want to hurt anyone.
The more you just work slowly and methodically, the less they'll be disturbed and the less you'll get stung. Yeah, there's brood there on this side, and you're seeing the brood on your side there too. And you see how light the wax on the brood caps is? How it's that sort of vanilla yellow color?
I think so. Oh, there she is. Right on top.
Oh yeah, you see how much bigger she is?
Mm-hmm.
They get that way once they're mated, they get a whole different metabolism going on, and they get a lot bigger to make room for all the eggs she's carrying.
She's got paint on her leg too. And that's Penny. Very cool.
And so yeah, you'll want to keep her right in the middle, and the brood stays right in the middle. And now this one coming, you can see it also has capped brood, but you'll see the wax on the caps is darker than the one you just had.
Okay.
So again, as they're reusing wax or they're walking on it and with their dirty little feet, the wax is absorbing dirt. Which is fine, but this is again my point about why you, every so often you swap out the frames.
So I have carpenter bees up at that old house. Are they going to be like a threat?
No, not at all.
Okay. I also
Eggs and young larvae growing in there.
Okay.
And especially what I always look for is out towards the edge. Can I lean on this for one second? So she's relaying in here, whereas they hatch out, she's refilling them, which is why then the capped ones are still here. But even at that, then she's been laying out to the very edge. So as you go, they get younger as they get smaller and smaller out to the edge.
Okay.
So they're probably just eggs, these very last couple of rows. As they, because that's what she basically will start in the middle and basically do like a spiral.
Okay.
As she's laying. And so then you end up with these then being the oldest and working their way out. But then as they've hatched, she's coming in and backfilling them again.
So this looks like a red, there's red in that cell.
Right, so this is pollen, and the different colors are just whatever different plants.
Okay.
You know, maple has a different color pollen than cherry trees, or...
I see. I do have a red maple up there. It hasn't bloomed yet.
And surprisingly, they don't put out red pollen. But if you look online, there are whole books or directories of what different colors of pollen from different plants are. You'll find olive green ones, yellow, bright yellow, red, brown, gray. It's a whole, you get like a whole little mosaic going on, but that's what you're seeing there.
Okay.
Okay.
Greg, Earl, I really appreciate this.
No problem.
Let's get this thing topped off and I'll get you paid.
I buy these 6 at a time, these Hive tools.
Okay.
Because I'm always putting them down and then I can't find it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to look for it, I just want one now. Because I'm, you know, busy and getting stung and
I was thinking about putting a foot locker out here. I can just keep all my
that's a great idea.
little stuff.
I have the little bucket tool that I can throw all the knickknacks in, but
Yeah.
if you had, like a little box or something, it would be really helpful to just have quick access.
Yeah.
And then especially if it was big enough that you could like keep a few frames or something. Because again, you'll start finding, oh, I just need to throw a new frame in, or I just need to add 2 more, or that sort of stuff. It's just having access is great.
Very much for the deal.
Thank you.
Very much for the deal.
Thank you.
The prize.
Thank you. No, that's good. Glad it worked.
All right, guys, and there you have it, just like that. We have Penny and we have Nancy. So Nancy is the experienced lady who's about 1 year old. We know that she is mated, and then Penny is born this this past winter, this year, and she's still immature. We saw where she emerged from her cell. We don't know yet if she's mated, and because she's smaller, evidently that is the sign. So if she's not, we're going to keep an eye on her, and whether she starts laying eggs or not. If she's not mated, we know there are wild bees in the area. Interestingly enough, they will not inbreed, so the queen, if not mated, will go on a mating flight, and there are evidently always drones from other colonies just kind of circling, waiting for their opportunity to find that one chance at love. But yeah, so we're going to keep an eye on that. We got some weather moving in. I'm not going to spend any more time out here. I'm going to go ahead and take these other brood boxes up and put them away. These are my spare frames now that are going to be mixed in as these colonies grow. Right now, you see we just got the 1 brood box for each of them. So yeah, we've got room to grow, and we've got just feeling really pumped about this little experience. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. I hope you are intrigued enough to come back for more and just to check in on the progress and see how this grows. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm by no means an expert. Everything I know is what I've saw on YouTube and read and what Greg just told me. But make sure you come back, like and subscribe, and see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you are new to the channel and you want to get caught up to everything that's been going on out here at Shady Acres in just one video, then I suggest you start right here. And if you want to dive in from the beginning and see everything that we've ever done out here, then start right here. Click it and just let it play.